Ooh, we hot and we bite. It's another one. I know y'all missed. Ooh, I know y'all missed us. We back with another one. It's been a little hiatus. Been traveling, been doing our thing, been living life, and now it's back to get back to the grind. So we're gonna talk about it.
Nah, tell the truth. You didn't want to do no more shows after Adesanya lost his belt. You had to take a hiatus. Tell the truth. And what's messed up is I had to do the covering of Dubronk's loss. My heart heavy and hurt.
No,
and you want to take a hiatus.
No. We took a little sabbatical. A little sabbatical, and it just so happened to be after the Adesanya loss. Don't try to line that up.
Nah, you lined it up. Nah, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
The show almost ended after Adesanya.
Tell the truth.
That is not.
That's all right.
But
we can get past it.
But hey, we can get past it. He gonna come back and get his W, and we're gonna keep the show going. He gonna come back. It's like no, but little sabbatical, little trips and stuff in between there, fun, all that. But we back. It's serious time. We're back in serious grind mode. I know you hear it.
You have to do all that.
But we go just because we've been out. We got to come back to this. This is the fight we got to come back to. Sean Strickland main event. That's what we get. That's our punishment for our hiatus, is us coming back to this Sean Strickland fight. W. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So this was in the Apex. This was the UFC Fight Night. The first matchup was Jimmy Flick versus Charles Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about it? Whoa. It's been a minute. But before we talk about it,
yeah,
let's get it.
I swear my glow up in lightning. Hot ear, something like lightning. This shit a hit on my psychic. She want me lick, I'm excited. See, I feel that's my business, and that's why I'm business minded. Need a push, get behind it. It's science, apply it. Worst come to worst, so tried it. Get it bad, get inspired. Shoot your shot, just the effort. I admire. Get high, it ain't looking for friends at this point.
Oh my God,
my circle is smaller than the point. I'd rather sit in voice than hearing the fake on their voice.
We already have. You're right. We got to open the show up. Back to what I was saying. Charles Johnson versus Jimmy Flick. Let's get into it. What you think?
I'm happy for Charles Johnson. It looked like I don't want to say he got a chip on his shoulder, but he came to make a statement for the beginning of the year, most definitely. I said there were a couple people on this fight card who's going to make a statement because it's the first card of the year. So they're trying to set the bar very high. Some people did, some people didn't. And I think Charles Johnson, he set it pretty high, getting a TKO in the first round. I was pretty happy about it, especially because his opponent wasn't fighting back very much. I know there was like some contest a little bit about it being a premature stoppage, but prior to them making it to the ground, he was not fighting back at all. So I can understand why the referee intervened and called it quits. I was all for them stopping it when they did.
Yeah, for a second, it was like, hold on, is he done? And then when he kicked his leg up at the end, I was like, maybe. And I was like, nah, he received too much. It was too much. It was Charles Energy Johnson. He was doing his damn thing. Like,
yes,
he was with the speed. He was mixing it up. Like, these guys on a different level now, like mixing it up. Jimmy Flick, this was kind of a layup for Charles Johnson. I ain't gonna lie. He did his thing, and that perseverance just pushed through. And shout out to him for, he got a baby on the way.
And it's a great way to open a card too with a knockout.
Yep. So, KO.
Yeah. Yep.
TKO, but same thing.
The KO is the KO.
Next, Dan Argueta versus Nick Aguirre. I don't know. This one was a W for Dan Argueta. His fight against the Leech. I don't know if that was a submission or it was super close. One of the two. I don't think he didn't get that W right there. But at the same time, in this one, he just showed like pure dominance throughout the whole time. I know he wanted to get him out of there, but at the same time, Nick Aguirre is a dog. It's the reason why they both would, like Nick Aguirre was undefeated. He got a good win in, so now it's just about keep marching, keep going.
It was a good dominant win too.
Clear, yeah, clear. Like the jiu-jitsu was shining through, but the
Mm-hmm.
wrestling was definitely present. It helped you get to jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part. Next, we got Alan Nascimento versus Carlos Hernandez. And Nascimento came through with the round 1 dub submission. Clearly was not going to be denied.
Mm-hmm.
And where Carlos Hernandez fucked up was where he stood up.
When he stood up, it was
when
all
he stood up, it was it. Like
it was like, no, that's the worst thing you can
the
do.
worst thing you could do.
He took that deep breath and you knew it was over.
Yep.
Man.
Like, cheeks full of air, everything, and it was it. And I don't know. I know he's gonna go back and watch that footage if he hasn't already and be like, why the fuck did I stand up?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many more avenues to get out of things like that, options on the ground. Like when you standing up, it's one option, but shake, slam yourself back, or get choked out.
Yeah.
And did both of those, but no, except for the slam part, you got choked out.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to slam, but it would have just been that much tighter.
It would have cinched it in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it looked like Nascimento had the chin at first, and just to grab him standing up and gravity, he was able to sink it in there because everything kind of sunk down. Lesson learned. Performance of the night too, which is fucking crazy. Round 1. That's crazy. All right. Mateus Rebecki versus Nick Fiore. Nick Fiore did everything he could do to survive. I was surprised. Like he did his thing. Like Rebecki was throwing fucking fire on everything.
Yes.
To like the very end. I was gonna say to like the very end of the second round and a little bit into the beginning of the third, he was throwing complete fire.
Yeah.
He slowed down a little bit in the third.
But yeah, then he went to his ground and pound method. So, round 1 was on the feet. Round 2, he took him down, kept him down, ground and pound. Third round, ground and pound. And this man is a force to be reckoned with. He got the rear naked with no hooks in, just hanging off on the side. So just like, I'm excited to see him fight in the forthcoming. I want to see what it looks like when he levels out to his competition.
Yeah, lightweight, he gonna find that soon.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what that looks like. I do still think he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with because he has his stand up and ground game. So I'm just excited, but I know he's gonna always or more than likely be the shorter fighter most of the time. So he definitely is good at closing the distance and getting in there and landing the shots that he need to be successful.
Agreed, 100%. But leveling out to his competition level soon come. Lightweight is filled with dogs.
Yeah,
we'll see. All right, next, Claudio Ribeiro versus Abdul Razik Alassane, and Alassane came through with the W, strong W, but definitely fought for that shit because every 2 punches he gave, he probably ate one, whether it was off the arms, if it was he actually took it clean, he took some damage in that round. So if anything, I would say like that was a strong W, but the defense aspect of it, I think that's what's going to help elevate, especially in the middleweight.
And those leg kicks was coming crazy, and he wasn't checking a lot of those leg kicks. So if that would have continued, the fight could have went a different way. But he said he was going to listen to his coaches and stop playing around so much. And to me, that was a great display of him listening to his coaches and not just trying to be out there being a fan favorite and just try to swing and bang. Like that's all good, but you have to be calculated with that. You have to take calculated risk, and I think that he took the appropriate amount of risk that night, and it paid off for him.
In the finish, and when he was putting together the finish, that was where I seen him the most patient, and that was like a complete night and day from his past fights. So that big ups to him because like unlocking that's a whole different level of being able to see things.
He was talking crazy to Joaquin Buckley. He called him out, said he wanted the rematch.
ASAP, he need that.
It was just like the nastiest call. He was calling that man everything but a child of God. So, so I'm interested. I'm interested to see like if that happens, because he definitely has a chip on his shoulder about that one. So I'd like to see it, especially because like Joaquin Buckley, he hasn't been able to put it together lately. He needs to work on his patience as well, and just I'm still rooting for him, but he has a lot of things he needs to work on, and because his game has just been getting exploited by other people.
I think that comes with like trying to take as many fights as you could take, or get the fights that you can get. It has you adjusting your style and adjusting your training so much, like fluctuating so heavily, instead of like getting 2 wrestlers back to back or getting 2 strikers back to back. So like, I think that's why management plays a part in understanding that. And some people, they don't have good management, so they're all over the place, and sometimes they might actually come out with those W's, and sometimes they may not. So I don't think that sometimes somebody don't even have the skill set to even to beat somebody. I think sometimes it's just like their training has been fluctuated so much that it wasn't specific. Not to get off track, but that's what we do sometimes.
I hope he figures it out, because I like watching him fight. He's very explosive, but he has to be able to put it together.
Yeah. Management.
Yeah.
Next, David Basharat versus Mateus Mendonça.
Those Basharat brothers are a force to be reckoned with, and they will not be denied.
I'm trying to tell you. The Basharat brothers is Basharat beast.
That is, and I can agree with that. They have very high fight IQs, and I can appreciate it, how he was making adjustments throughout the fight, because I was nervous for him for a little bit. I'm like, is he going to be able to put it together? Put it together phenomenally. So I am interested to see what it looks like when he levels out to his competition as well. It might be within the top. It might be in the top 10 where he levels out, but I'm excited to see these new fighters come in and just storm their way through.
His ground game is elite.
Yeah.
His stand-up is like one of those type of stand-ups that adjust, but at the same time, he was dealing with a problem in Mateus. Like shit coming from everywhere, but at the same time, the underlying part about this was his chin was there to keep him, because he took a few shots.
Yeah.
So it's just like he's showing that championship chin a little bit, just to that's one piece of the puzzle. Though it's good to see that like they coming through with another W, and they putting them up against some hard competition.
Yeah.
And that was the prelims. I don't know if he's gonna be in the prelims.
I don't know if he's gonna be on prelims anymore. I highly doubt it. So we gonna see. It's not too far off from him being the co-main event or main event. I'm calling it.
True. Co-main. I say a little co-main somewhere on a nice fight night.
No, he's gonna be in the main event first, then co-main event. Well, he might, depending on how that.
I don't think it's boosting like that.
But depending on who he fights in that main event, he might be like shoot up right to the next main event. So you never know.
We'll see. But high potential for both of the brothers. Definitely elite. Definitely look like they trying to keep up with each other. Especially just. And that's what makes two people great. Like, next, we in the main card side. We ain't been here for a while. Look different in here sometimes. Look different. So first, we're gonna start off with Umar Nurmagomedov versus Raoni Barcelos. Performance of the night, because somebody got knocked and it was rough.
It was bad.
But it was just like the way the strike hit was. It looked like he almost fell before he got hit, which is crazy.
Well, that's why that hit on the way coming down. He said he didn't want to do it, but I understand why he did it. Momentum, you're already going, but he caught himself afterwards and didn't hit him anymore after that. So just the control was there, and just he needed to do what needed to be done.
And the ref was not there. The ref was just like, oh shit. The ref was like, he was like, oh shit, because he clearly could have got off a few more heavy shots if he didn't stop right there.
I'm happy he didn't. So that's big ups to him and his control and being able to observe what's happening, even though like your senses are heightened.
And Barcelos was looking good too in the beginning.
Yeah, he was. He was giving him a problem for sure.
Exactly, but that's when Umar started to implement those leg kicks more and started to back him up more after with his counter punches and being first and third. Like him swinging first and swinging third, being the last one to swing, like that's what got Umar like following up with the kick. Like
you got to be able to put those combos together.
He was doing everything right. Like performance of the night. Next, Ketlin Vieira versus Raquel Pennington, which is crazy because the boxing was nice, but this was super fucking close.
Yeah, Caitlyn, I wanted more aggression from her. You know, like whenever I see people like in a top 5 and one is higher ranking than the other, it's like you have to put a stamp on why you have that number next to you. And that night, Caitlyn couldn't do it. And Raquel, she definitely stepped it up and she got it in there and she did what needed to be done. She was aggressive, she was mixing it up. And you know, she won that fight, but do I think she can win the fight she's calling for? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I know that she did a great job mixing between the clinching and the boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So the boxing was definitely there, and I think that's what was overwhelming Ketlin, and which made it easier for her to start to clinch, and because she was getting touched.
Yeah,
because this fight surprised me that she won. You know, I was surprised that she won. Like if I was putting money down, I would have put money on Ketlin. No lie, I'm not just being honest. But at the same time, it's just like this was a whole new level. Like somebody been in the motherfucking gym. That's what that means.
as they need to be.
As they need to be, but somebody been in the gym and is good. And I hope that she like takes this win humbly and she goes up like back to the gym and keeps it going, because like the numbers get smaller and they only get harder. So
that's true. Yeah.
So next, Punley Soriano versus Roman Kopylov, and my stomach hurt. My fucking stomach hurt. Like, oh my goodness, Soriano is a dog, but the whole part about this is like Kopylov was there to break him down. He was choosing one thing, and it was going for the body. Soriano swinging for everything. Once he saw everything, he just broke him down via body.
I just be wanting to see pictures, you know, the next day of what their stomach look like. So, you know, any MMA fighters out there, if you care to post what your body looks like the day after you get into a brutal fight, that'd be great. You know, I want to see what that looks like. I don't think that gets shown enough. They show it like 3 days later. No, I want to see what the next day look like. I want to see what that looks like.
We know y'all take pictures.
We know y'all take pictures.
We know y'all take
Just
pictures.
post them. Please post them.
So if there anyone that I'm already suggesting is the Tai Tuivasa
after the Cyril Gane one.
Cyril Gane, we need to see that picture.
Yep.
And I need to see Tony Ferguson's arm after Oliveira.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, because I know they got a picture of it, and I know that shit was hyper extended, like way past where it was supposed to be. Ooh.
Yeah.
And
this guy,
Soriano, yes.
Soriano.
So if y'all could get a picture of what y'all stomach look like after the fight,
that'd be great. Or the next day.
If you got a leg, or if you got leg shots like consecutively where you had to limp out, or you had to, were you on crutches today? That we want to see that too. We want to see that too. Post them.
Post them.
Next, we got Dan Ige versus Damon Jackson. And Dan Ige came through with the W performance of the night. Big W's.
I had no faith in Damon Jackson whatsoever.
I did though.
I did not.
Because the way he did Argueta last time.
Yeah, but that was an emotional thing. His brother had just passed, so he had to release all that internal emotional distress. That's what that was. And people were surprised when that happened. I know I was. So I was not about to be fooled by this one.
But especially against Dan Ige, like he's super nice, and as we see the boxing, the hands there, the ground game is there, and he really he got him out of there.
Damon Jackson got folded like that on Bellator too, the exact same way, with a knockout. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, I remember before the tattoos.
Yeah, before the butt suit. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I remember that. Oh my goodness.
That was bad. Now this was worse.
This one. Oh, he must have took no. Oh, we see what Dan Ige. We see where your footage came from. We see where you got your footage from. But yeah, it was bad. You know, them beach chairs.
He just folded.
Like that's kind of like, and it looked bad, but
folded.
Dan Ige's still going up, and it's like he trying to go for another run. But we'll see. We'll see. Featherweight is going crazy right now. It's a lot happening, even this week, you know. Next, Sean Strickland versus Nasruddin Imavov. Imavov did not show up as himself once again in a Sean Strickland fight.
I'm fucking sick of it.
Like,
why
Sean-
does Sean Strickland keep doing this to fighters? When he
No.
fought Jared Cannonier, that was not the same Jared Cannonier who beat the shit out of Bronson or who fought against Adesanya. Dean Thomas said it perfectly. That's the only way to sum it up. He brings fighters down that are better than him to his level and then beat them. And it's just so infuriating to watch because it's like, I know you're better than this.
Yeah.
Imavov, that's not the same fighter who just fought Joaquin Buckley.
That is not.
You didn't show up. You got outsmarted by a dumbass. No offense. But this man is outsmarting people. It just bringing them to his game. And it's so hard to watch because we know y'all better than this.
And when he put his hands out and block punches, that shit. And y'all, and next thing you know, it's a jab at your face. Like, I think it's hilarious when he does that. Like,
if somebody hit a flying arm bar on him, I bet you he'll stop doing it.
But he's staying so straight up. That's what makes
that is so annoying.
It ain't no like type of like, hips are there. So it's just like
nothing.
go for the hips.
There's nothing. This man is standing straight up coming at you like that.
You trying to throw punches and he's like,
yeah.
That's crazy though.
I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm so over it.
But Sean Strickland came out and he was more aggressive. He was swinging a lot more. He was connecting a lot more. Imavov was showing a motherfucking chin for sure.
And I know he was upset at himself at the end. It's like, you were supposed to win that fight. I was saying the same thing. You were supposed to win that fight and have his number. I don't get it. There's just some things I'm not going to understand. And Sean Strickland being number 7 and ranked as high as he is one of them. The
first time that I said something about it, acknowledged it, was when he fought the guy who blocked us on Instagram. Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall. That's how I remember his name now. But the whole situation with that was, I was saying that you were not the one with you didn't use your feet the whole time. You tried to box with him. Why are we trying to box with Sean Strickland and we have kickboxing? We can use our feet too. His feet were not using it. And that's when I first started to notice. I'm like, Sean Strickland really like takes people down to his level, like, and then beats them. But at the same time, shout out Sean Strickland on getting this W. It's just like, what's next now? It's just like, now, are you just that guy to just keep taking fights now, or are you going for a run on for the title? Like, what are we doing? That's the question.
Shouts out to him for taking it on short notice and winning, bringing somebody down to his level and beating him.
Exactly. Like, but hey, y'all know next week about to be crazy. Jamal Hill, Glover.
That's so excited.
To share.
That's so wild.
Jamal Hill about to get his chance. We about to see what's going on with it.
We about to see about it. Yeah. We're and Terrence McKinney, he fight next this week. So I'm excited to see him fight. I like watching him fight. He's so explosive. So maybe we'll get to see him. Yeah.
Moreno Figueiredo. Y'all could have kept that one. Just letting y'all know, y'all could have kept. We don't need 4.
Alameda is another one we get to see. I'm excited about that one.
What about Pantoja?
I know you keep throwing. He got next.
Like everybody,
he got next.
Gilbert Burns, Neil Magny.
That's gonna be wild. Neil Magny called this man out. He said he knows something I don't know. So Neil Magny, hey, show him what he don't know. That means Gilbert Burns, if you lose this fight, you about to find out.
He knows something.
Yeah, you about to find
out. You don't know.
But I guess we gonna see. We gonna see.
So it's exciting pay-per-view. So y'all go ahead. Y'all about to spend money. That's what's happening.
Yes.
But the car is loaded. There's a whole lot going on. Got RoboCop on it. You got Jayalta Almeida on there versus
Jessica Andrade on there. My boo on there.
Yeah. The card's loaded. And hey, I don't know. I want to say this before we get off. John Jones is fucking back.
We about to see him. We about to see it. We about to see the greatness in person. So that's it. And we about to see DJ. We about to see that in person too. It's about to be a great year for fights. We need to talk about one. We need to talk about Bellator. You know what I appreciate about one? That they start taking your money when the fight's boring. That's something I would like to see implemented. If I'm paying money for these fights to watch these pay-per-view fights and they boring, and one out here flagging people taking their purse because y'all not out here making it exciting enough, I'd like to see that adopted in the UFC or something similar. Start giving people flags on the play. That's it.
And that's what it is. Y'all know we're gonna come back and come talk to y'all about the Glover Teixeira Jamal Hill. So y'all don't gotta worry about us abandoning y'all. Like, I know y'all might have trust issues, but that means tune in there. Tune the fuck in there.
Even when Usman run it back, we still gonna show up.
Yo, that was fucking crazy.
That was
That
crazy.
was fucking crazy. Oh, we ain't missed nothing though. Oh, we ain't missed nothing. Don't think we just ain't see shit. We saw everything. We peeped everything.
Yeah, Armani was just on a hiatus because his feelings.
We was on a sabbatical.
Armani was on a sabbatical. I still had to be here hurt about Du Bronx. So I'm not letting that go. I had to be here hurt.
You had to be. What you mean you had to be here hurt? Like
I had to talk about it.
Talked about it.
Yeah, but we didn't get to talk about Adesanya and him not coming out with his antics. That's when I knew something was up. When he didn't come out with the bullshit, it's just like, oh shit, red flag.
Yeah, he changed up too much.
He shouldn't have did that.
He was in his head.
And he was trying to clinch with him a little too much for my liking. Like, why are you trying to clinch with this man? Take his ass down.
He didn't want to get touched. Like, nobody wants to get touched by him.
He was getting touched a lot.
But that's how you avoid getting touched. Like, because at that time, like, he was winning the fight. So, we got minutes coming down. Like, we got seconds. Every second is starting to count. And at the end, that's when he started to chill a little bit. And once he started to chill a little bit, backpedal, bow.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That was all the cage stuff. And early stoppage, I wanted to say it. I wanted to say early stoppage. But no. That was a good stop.
It was a legit stoppage, yeah.
That was a legit stop. But I will argue with you if I'm drunk enough.
Okay. So, and you'll be wrong as hell. So there's that. So thank you for saying this while you're sober.
All right. So we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Y'all know where y'all can find us. iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts, anywhere. So appreciate y'all rocking with us. It's the RoundHouse RoundTable. It's me, Armani T, and it's B. And we out of here.
Hey.
That's why I use the heat as a sword. Cause keep the peace is important. Big old keys for you. Say please. That's one, please. Don't need. No one, that's two, please. Don't leave. That's 3, 4. If you do.